Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Brian, and tonight I'm talking Ready to Love. This is season 9, episode 9, Tommy's Getaway Part 1. So it looks like they're going to be in the getaway location for at least 2 episodes. Today is a woman's elimination or a men's elimination, so the women are in power. And the episode opens up with everyone getting to the hideaway, not hideaway, the house, and it's on like a lake. It looks like it has like some jet skis. It's a couple of water sports. You can play volleyball in the backyard. House looks really nice. Looks like there's a room or at least a bed for every single person. There's a little bit of a scramble for rooms, which is to be expected on any of these shows where people have to choose where they're going to sleep because everyone thinks that they deserve the best room. Um, so one of the big things is that Vanessa lost Dominique last week, so her only really true connection right now is Chaz, and she she's watching him like a hawk because, as we all know, Chaz is like a pretty much hot commodity in the house and then on the show, and she wants him to make his decision on like where they stand on this trip. And I get that. Because if like he wants to move somewhere else, I mean, she could maybe want to back out of the show. I mean, we're kind of getting down to the end here. And even on this episode, she didn't really have many conversations with people. I mean, she did talk to William, but we'll get to where he is. Laron wants to have a house meeting, and he calls everybody in, and he just basically says like no more being like salty about making connections with other people or like your match or your number one is talking to somebody else, and he wants to be done with the alliances that he claims are in the house, and he actually calls out William because of the Koshia and Alexis, and it wasn't Alexis, it was Mika, to get rid of Koshia and Mika. And William says it wasn't like that. He kind of tries to explain his side, um, and everyone's questioning him now. They don't really like that. I mean, we got to remember all these people are on the older side, like not like old, but like no one wants to be dealing with drama. Who's on the show? Like they're looking for a connection here. So I totally get where everyone else has come from. Where it's like, is this going to be worth it? Maya, who was one of his bigger connections, is in a confessional. Was like, I'm questioning it now, and I mean that's what's going to happen. I don't think Laron did it to like get ahead in the game or like get back in people's good graces. I mean, yeah, I just think that he's a little upset about like some of the eliminations that have happened recently. So yeah, so I'll just run a couple more things that happened in the house. Justin and Mika, they go jet skiing. He hits a turn too hard. They fall in the water. They're actually having a pretty good connection. They actually look like they're laying in bed and like joking around in the preview for next week. So that's a pretty good sign. And like honestly, Justin's name hasn't come up at all. And like who I'm not feeling. If my memory served me correctly in any of the like deliberation ceremonies, I don't think his name's come up like at all. So I mean, that's a good sign for him. LeBron and Maya are connecting as well. Like they have a pretty good conversation about like children and like how they kind of have somewhat similar lifestyles. And like LeBron is like he's drooling. He's really into Maya. He's like, "Will you marry me right now?" Like they later that night they're drinking and dancing, and he like says like, "You should be with me now." And I just thought that was pretty funny. Patrice says to Chaz like, "Hey, why have you never like talked to me?" And apparently he didn't save her number from the day one mixer. So she wants to kind of talk to him. She wants to get to know him. So this is another person that's like into Chaz and like things like that. And if you look back at some of the moments in the show, like especially when they had that little pajama party, like she said that Chaz was like the hot commodity of the house and like he wasn't even talking to her. And he kind of says like, I don't want to like have too much on my plate and give like all the women that I actually do have a connection with their allotted time, and it's going to come back to bite him in the ass at the end of this episode. But they agree, Chaz and Patrice agree to have a little reset, and they're going to see where it goes. William has a lot going on in his personal life. He had to take like a little leave of absence from work because his dad's sick and he's got to take care of him. And that might be one of the way like ways that the women are probably going to eliminate him and make him look like he does have connections, but I mean, this isn't wouldn't be the first person that needs to leave the show for personal reasons this season. So yeah, we'll have to see how that plays out because that is spoiler alert. He is one of the ones that is in the bottom three at the end of this episode. So and that's one of the reasons. On that same night when they're drinking, Chaz like licks a piece. I think it was a crumb of food. Not 100% sure if it was like because the back was turned to us a little bit like Rashina's back was turned to us, but Chaz like licks something off of her chest. I don't think it was her on her boobs, but like it was probably like right here. So I mean, close enough. And they're being looking at somebody else's chest. I mean, pretty provocative. Then he's like, they, he eats a strawberry out of her mouth, and like they're doing like the like Lady and the Tramp type stuff where she's got it, and like they're kissing, and it's just more confusion that looks like it's gonna come up in the preview for tomorrow, next Friday's episode. Um, so they have the deliberation, and they talk about Chaz like, hey, like, I'm liking him. Patrice is like, yeah, I threw my hat in the ring. Um, Rashina brings up the kiss with the strawberry, and then apparently Chaz texted Patrice, "Good morning, beautiful," and he also said the same thing to Mika. So like, yeah, I don't know. You got to be careful doing that stuff. Like if they're especially all in the same house, like they're gonna talk, especially because they're in close proximity about, especially like it's just I don't know. That was sloppy on his part. Um, but they do decide that William, Laron, and Alonzo are going to be in the bottom three, and Vanessa has to deliver this news. And the episode ends before we to see who is eliminated here. So I'm feeling it's going to be William, and I think it's going to be because mainly of the personal life stuff going on in like currently in his life, and they made a reference that like they think that they can't handle what he needs emotionally. Laron was still the same stuff. Like we think you party too much. We don't know how you'd be as like in a family. And Alonzo is more of some of them saw him as like a friend, like they said the homie. So we'll see. I think it's gonna be William. If you think, let me know what you think below. Who you think is probably on the outs here. Preview though. So I was saying about Chaz. Chaz looks like he's gonna be finally feeling like some legit pressure next week, and Vanessa's talking to him. Looks like he walks away. There's a clip of him. It looks like he's like leaving the house with his luggage. So I wonder if he like gets fed up or something like that, or maybe he gets eliminated, and it's like a tease that's why. I don't know. Um, Looking forward to it though. I thought this was a good episode. Continue to like the show a lot. Make sure to check out all of our other things too. We have Jersey Shore video coming out. I don't know a few videos that I'm not sure how I'm gonna release the order. It'll be Jersey Shore, the newest episode, Jersey Shore Familycation, and Summer House season 8 episode 3. So I haven't decided the order yet, but those 3 videos are probably going to be coming out either Friday night to Sunday. So check all those things out. We had Love Is Blind finale on Wednesday, and we have the reunion this coming Wednesday. So one more week of Love Is Blind. We wrapped up Traders US season 2 on Thursday with the reunion as well. Farmer had a wife. Farmer Wants a Wife was off this week because it's the State of the Union. So we'll get back to that next week. And check out all the stuff. We have Bachelor, we have Vanderpump Rules, we have I do some Love and Hip Hop shorts for both Miami and Atlanta season that's currently going on. And I think we have Below Deck. We have a ton of stuff. Make sure to check it out. And like I always say, drop a suggestion below if you want us to check out a show. Might give it a chance and maybe make a review for it. So hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and I will talk to you guys next time. See ya.